This is activity 1-1 on page 6, creating links. We'll be working with 5 different files within this activity: Develotech sales, Q1 sales, Q2 sales, Q3 sales, and Q4 sales. You are a regional sales manager for Develotech Industries. Develotech is known as an innovative designer and producer of high-end televisions, video game consoles, laptop and tablet computers, and mobile phones. You have a lot of data on several worksheets and different workbooks that you want to link to in order to streamline a report you are developing. You want to place total sales higher on the worksheet for more visibility, as well as highlight the sales of 3 salespersons with data from other worksheets. In addition, you are building a sales summary from 4 quarterly workbooks. You decide to create links to this data. We're going to start by launching Excel from our desktop. From our start screen, we're going to select Open Other Workbooks. Click on our Browse button, and we're going to navigate to our home drive. We are now in Excel Part 3, and this is Lesson 1, which is titled Working with Multiple Worksheets and Workbooks. And the file that we want to open with to start is titled Develotech Sales. We're going to select that and click Open. And before we make any changes, we're going to do a Save As, File, Save As, and we're going to save to our current folder, Working with Multiple Worksheets and Workbooks. And we're just going to update our workbook name to My Develotech Sales. Number 2, we're going to create links to total sales. We want to make sure that the Data Worksheet tab is selected, and we want cell B3 selected. We're going to type our equal sign. We're going to do Control End. Depending on your keyboard, you may have to click on Control and your function key and End, E-N-D. And you want to make sure that the total sales value, you want to make sure that cell N2030 is selected. So we do have a lot of data in this worksheet. You can see that we're all the way down to row 2030. So that's why we did Control End or Control Function End to get to this last filled cell, because it would take a while to scroll down to row 2030. So again, depending on your keyboard, I know the book says do Control and the word End, E-N-D, on your keyboard, but you may have to do Control and your function key, F-N, and your End key. All right, and from here, we're going to press Control and Enter. All right, looks like I navigated away from my equal sign when I did Control End, because I do need the function key. So let me do Control Home. Oh, no, input it. So you can see it did equals and the cell reference N2030 to give us our total sales of $7,692,385.53. So that was an example of a linked cell. Now number 3, we're going to create links to the sales totals of 3 salespersons. We're going to select cell B5 for Austin sales. We're going to we're going to enter an equal sign in this cell B5, and we're going to navigate to our Austin worksheet. Select cell B3, which is Austin's total sales, and we're going to hit Control Enter from here. So it links that cell to B3 on the Austin worksheet. Letter D, repeat creating the links for Scott and Watson cells in cells B6 and B7. So I'm going to select cell B6, equal sign. This time I'm going to go to the Scott worksheet, select his total sales in cell B3, and Control Enter. And then lastly, I'm going to select cell B7 for Watson sales, enter my equal sign, navigate to my Watson worksheet, select the total sales in cell B3, and hit Control and Enter. Verify the sales totals for each salesperson are displayed. So we have Austin, Scott, and Watson sales totals. Now, number 4, we're going to create external links to summarize the quarterly workbook data. We're going to go to File, Open. You can navigate to your Folders tab to the right here and go to your current folder working with multiple worksheets and workbooks. And from here, we want to open workbooks Q1, Q2, Q3, and Q4 sales. So we can do this all at the same time. Select Q1 sales, hold down your Control key and select Q2, hold down Control key, select Q3, and hold down Control key and select Q4 sales. So all 4 of these workbook titles should be selected, and we can click Open, and it will open all 4 of those additional workbooks for us. Now I'm just going to go through and enable editing on each one of these. You can always hover over your Excel icon on your taskbar at the bottom to show your open windows. So again, I'm just going to go through and I'm going to enable editing on all of these. You may not have to do this. It's just because it opens in protected view for me. Okay, so I should have all of those. And we want to make sure that we have My Develotech Sales as our active workbook at the forefront. We're going to navigate to the Summary Worksheet tab. Select cell B3, which is for quarter 1. And from here, we're going to type our equal sign. And I'm going to navigate over to the quarter 1 sales workbook. Make sure you're selecting the correct one. So here I have Q1 sales. I'm going to scroll down for the total, which is in cell D22. Select that and hit Control Enter. And it links that B3 quarter 1 sales from the Q1 sales workbook. So this is an external reference. All right, I'm going to select cell B4. So this is for quarter 2. I'm going to insert an equal sign. This time I'm going to navigate over to the Q2 sales workbook. Again, scroll down and select cell D22, Control and Enter to enter that cell reference. Next, I'm going to select cell B5, which is for quarter 3. Enter an equal sign. I'm going to navigate over to the Q3 sales workbook this time. Select cell D22 for the total and hit Control and Enter. And then lastly, select cell B6 for quarter 4. Enter my equal sign. navigate over to the Q4 sales workbook, select cell D22 for the total, and hit Control and Enter. All right, so I referenced all 4 of my quarter sales to the My Develotech workbook. And you should have a yearly total listed in cell B7 as $23,512. Okay, number 5, arrange the windows of the open files so that you can see all 5 of them simultaneously. I'm going to go up to my View tab, and in my Windows command group, I'm going to select Arrange All. You'll get a dialog box for how you want to arrange your windows. You want to make sure that tiled is selected and click OK. So you can see I have all 5 in view now. I have My Develotech to the left, and then I have my 4 quarterly sales. Obviously, this is a bit jumbled, having 5 workbooks open on one screen, but it is an easy way to see all of them at once. All right, number 6, view a linked cell update when you change the cell it is linked to. We want to activate the Q1 sales workbook. So my Q1 sales is shown at the bottom right. Yours may be in a different order, so make sure you pay attention to what is shown on your title bar. And from here, I want to select cell B2. And from here, you can see that the quantity right now is listed as 1 with a price of $29, which is giving a total sale of $29. I'm going to update the quantity in cell B2 to 1,000. Enter, type that in and press enter. You can see it now updates the total sales to 29,000, and with that linked cell, it updates the total in cell B3 for My Develotech sales to $34,670. Okay, so with linked cells, they will update automatically for you. All right, we can do a save in My Develotech sales, and we can close this particular workbook out. I'm going to go to File and Close from here. We are going to leave our 4 quarterly sales files open for now, and I'm just going to maximize the Q1 sales workbook for now. All right, we'll leave these open for our next activity.